There we go. We're live. Sonny, you want to do your album review crew intro on the live stream?
No. Welcome.
Don't turn your radio dial. You're in the right place.
We won't be talking about Kiss today. BS. You know, we're going to talk Kiss. It comes up every time.
It always comes back to Kiss. It always comes back. Yep.
I just want to let everybody know Zeus is wearing a Restrained shirt. Restrained is not going to be in the conversation at all today because we're talking about great music. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But you know what, though? I was thinking it is fitting for a Restrained shirt because Tony does do the intro music to the album review crew, so that's fair.
That's a stretch right there. That's a stretch.
And then I'm wearing Guns because it was our first episode, and then you're doing Iron Maiden because that's one of your top songs. So
yep.
I asked you guys, I'm like, should I change and put my AC/DC shirt
change
on?
now.
No,
on live.
That's what people want to see.
Yeah, that perfect. Yeah, do that. Take your shirt off during the live stream.
We already talked about that and all harpoons getting thrown at us on the Kiss cruise when we go taking off our shirts.
I'm glad Tony's already commented, and Stephen, what's up, buddy? I'm glad Tony's already jumping in right away. He said the love's starting right away, so he's here.
I'm showing you the respect you earned, Tony. I'm wearing a Restrained shirt.
And our friend Scott Donaldson from Down Under is on live with us. Awesome. Hey, so Scott, cool. How are you, buddy?
And Tony, I know the real you. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
We have Stephen Wood on as well. Isn't he overseas?
Stephen Wood, remind us where are you viewing us from right now? Tell us. We can't
watch. It's like Boston.
Yeah. The call is coming from inside the house.
He's over here. Baloney tits.
There it comes.
Do you have any salami tits?
Okay, Stephen Wood. Yeah, you're right. Australia. Nice. So two Australian awesome fellas. Yeah, he's the Australian fella.
Crikey.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, Brent Millhouse, Melbourne, lockdown city. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I know. Well, let's.
You're not allowed to go out?
Let's not get into that, guys.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let's have a quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
That ought to be fun. Maybe we can add politics in Trump and the election. That'll be a fun conversation.
Where is the exit studio button? Okay, here it is, right here. Okay.
Michael, there is a version that doesn't have our faces. All you have to do is turn your video off.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
Ken Ryan from Vancouver. All right.
Yes. Is that maybe he's hanging out with fucking what's his name? Harold Snaps.
Canucks.
Yes.
Oh, God.
With his mustache.
Oh, God.
Speaking of mustaches, I hope you guys all liked our Carmine of Peace episode. That guy was full of great stories. A lot of them off the air.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them were outrageous.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys like that.
Yep, and he's still rocking that kick-ass mustache. He'll never get rid of that thing. He looked amazing during the interview.
Well, we saw him at the Rockin' Pod. He was at the Rockin' Pod.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, he was hanging out with the ghost of Sean Delaney. I don't know if you're aware of that. I was like, oh, did you get to, he was talking about Bill Aucoin, excuse me. And I was like, oh, did you know Sean Delaney too? Yeah, I just saw him at the Rockin' Pod.
I don't know about that.
He's talking about Bill's other partner afterwards that was at the Rockin' Pod promoting Bill Aucoin for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
He got that one confused. It's like, you did?
You get Jeremy Harper saying Carmine's muffin duster is legendary.
Oh, that little mud shock story was just fucking outrageous.
Oh, God.
Oh.
He can still pound on the drums. They did a couple of Rod Stewart songs on the pre-party night, and it came out great.
Two of my favorites, Stay With Me and Hot Legs, with the greatest fucking coked up video of all time.
Stay With Me is fucking fantastic.
Those are the two songs they did. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh, they did.
Both
Okay.
Yeah.
rocking guitars and drums. His most rock and roll album in songs. So that's awesome. Well, what do you think, guys? You really want to get into this?
Let's do it.
We want to hold off, or you want to go a little bit longer? We'll give it a couple minutes before we'll see how many people we get in here and start.
Well, John Clark wants to know if Sonny, is there a podcast you are not on? Don't get me wrong. I enjoy listening to you.
No, John and I go way back. Dude, John called us from Japan on PRC after he had seen it. I'm like, are you in the subway car or something right now? Like, what are you doing? Right? So, yeah, he's a great guy.
No, Sonny is like the Carmine Appice of podcasts.
Yeah, there you go.
He's everywhere, and his work is legendary.
Yeah, but the people, I don't know if he's been kicked out of as many bands. Has Sonny been kicked out of that many podcasts, though?
Well, there's still time.
Yeah.
The Dave Grohl of podcast.
Oh, Jeremy Harper. I don't know if Sonny's going to like that analogy. Sonny is the Dave Grohl of podcasts.
Yeah, not a huge Grohl fan.
Oh, good. I can't.
Yeah, we're aware of that.
Can't wait for the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
to
yeah.
come up.
Me neither.
Oh.
Yeah, and we can see from your rankings how highly you think of the grunge era.
Yeah, can you tell?
Yeah.
You are going to be, Sonny, you're going to be wishing for a Foo Fighters pick when I pick my next one. You're going to be wishing for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I agree. This stuff is, I like the variety. I know we mixed it up a little bit more, and we'll probably mix it up some even greater going forward. But I think we're probably about ready to get started. What do you think?
Let's go. Stephen Wood, that's their best album. I agree with you, buddy. Wasting Light by far. Well, maybe not by far, but it's my favorite Foo album. So
cool.
Maybe that could be a future pick. Well, never, who knows?
Well, let me tell you. The first thing, you guys are actually seeing the infamous friggin' Excel spreadsheet that I got. This is only the album review crew one. You guys should see our Shout Out Loudcast one. It is friggin' like a serial killer list there.
Oh, yeah.
But this one here, right now, what we have up, and we color code these, this is for our own viewing, and it'll keep things organized. Right now, you're looking at is album covers. We've done 20 actual albums, right? So let's, before we actually do that, let's break down what we've reviewed, right?
Yes, I was just going to say that. Yep.
So let's get started. So the first album we've done, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, Whitesnake Slide It In, Van Halen OU812, Soundgarden Super Unknown, Def Leppard's Pyromania, Metallica Load, Iron Maiden Peace of Mind, Bon Jovi debut album, Bon Jovi, Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies, Winger's debut album, Winger, the singles soundtrack, Tesla Mechanical Resonance, Yngwie Malmsteen's Odyssey, Hailstorm's debut album, Hailstorm, Rat Detonator, AC/DC Highway to Hell, Great White Once Bitten, Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, and the Eagles' Hotel California. Mm-hmm. Those are the 20 albums we've done. And what you're looking at is basically our rankings of those albums. You got the Tom, Zeus, and Sonny, and then there's the combined list. And I don't know if you guys can read it. So I don't know, Tom or Sonny, one of you guys want to read what we have as ranked the best 20 from 1 to 20 as best ranked album covers between the three of us.
Yeah. Well, so the album covers here. So we talk about the album covers a lot, and some of them are just obviously awesome, because of the artwork. Some of them might have a little bit of nostalgia value. You're going to hear a lot of that talk during this about nostalgia value and how that carries a lot of weight, maybe some more than others. But yeah, for our album covers, the combined ranking for 1 and 2 is pretty close. And they're, two of the most iconic rock metal ones. That's Blizzard of Oz and Peace of Mind. Blizzard of Oz edges out Peace of Mind very, very by a fraction for the overall #1 album cover. And then this was surprising, but I think it's because of the weight that was carried by Zeus at #1. And I must have not been paying attention during the Hotel California episode, I do not remember Sonny ranking that album cover third. I do not remember that.
He must think it's iconic, Tom.
Yeah, because I love Hotel California. I like the songs. I like the album. The fact that it's ranked overall third out of the group, that above things like Appetite, which is next, Slide It In, Highway to Hell, Pyromania, Once Bitten, Mechanical Resonance, Hailstorm, Jar of Flies, Super Unknown, Singles, Bon Jovi, Odyssey, Winger, Look What the Cat Dragged In, Detonator, OU812, Load. No surprise there with Load being last. Nobody wants to see blood and semen on a freaking album cover.
Yeah, but you would rather see blood and semen than look at the faces of Van Halen on OU812.
Because it's very similar.
It's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
I will never not bring that up. I still don't get the hate. It's just an album cover.
And I'll tell you, it's great. It's a great question. I'll tell you why. First of all, I have Detonator last because it's like a second grade art project.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't get it either. It just.
No, and we talked about how the European version actually has the picture of the woman pressing the button on the detonator. The U.S. version doesn't.
That would have been better.
Yeah, makes a little bit more sense. No, but the reason I have OU812 lower than Load is because at least Load is like it's horrible. But it's like creative. It's odd. It's weird. It's extreme. It doesn't make any sense. OU812 is just it's like a group mugshot. It's terrible.
It's not Grim Reaper's mugshot.
Well, that would actually be pretty good. Actually,
that might be an upgrade.
Yeah,
agreed.
That would be good.
Agreed.
That thing just sticks with me. So we all agree but Blizzard of Oz came out on top.
Yeah.
Tied with Peace of Mind.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Oh, is it tied? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was
tied.
fraction.
Are your eyes going crazy?
My eyes are going crazy. Yes.
Yeah, they're tied at number 1. Okay. Then you got the Hotel, Appetite. And what do we call Slide It In?
Snakes and Titties, baby. Number 5.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, for me, I think these albums kind of make sense where they're at. Look What the Cat Dragged In. I would never picture you having that at number 11, Tom.
Why?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Again, it's when I look at these album covers, I look at what I like personally, and then I look at like iconic type of images from the glam metal era. Now, let's be clear. For our listeners out there that don't know what the word iconic mean, it doesn't necessarily mean good. It means memorable, or it has like an imprint on you. To me, Look What the Cat Dragged In. I'm not saying it's a good album cover, okay? It's just iconic for me at that glam metal era. And that's why it's ranked a little bit higher than some of those other ones that are just there. They're just there.
I know what it is. See, Bobby Dahl looks more like a woman than Bridget Fonda does on your list.
Here we go.
That's what it is.
It took you 13 minutes and 19 seconds to make a Bridget Fonda joke.
Now we're going to have a Matt Wallace comment coming down the line.
Here we go. He's going to talk about her friggin'
cornhole or whatever
the fucking corn duster, whatever the fuck he calls it or whatever.
So those are our album covers. If you guys have something that you think sticks out of these albums, please put it in the comments. Tommy, do you want to take a look at any of the what Gerald Rosenberg asked about Carmine? Does his mustache smell like the radio chick?
Wow.
God.
Oh,
wow.
What else do we got here? Pooni makes podcasts better. But then again, I don't know much.
Okay, that's Michael Anderson.
Yeah. And Michael Anderson also added, please don't ever do a Grim Reaper album.
Don't worry. That'll never happen.
We can't name one, first of all.
No, Josh Smith is from watching us from Detroit Rock City. That's cool. Daryl checking in. But I think it's fun. I think it's interesting with the album covers that I think at least the top tier of the album covers are they're all classic, iconic imagery. And the bottom ones are and again, we say this all the time whenever we do our list. There's a reason the things that are on the top are on the top, and the reason the things are on the bottom. I mean, you look at the bottom, they're not great. They're not. The albums might be good, but the images are,
Tom, I would stop at Pyromania. I wouldn't say Once Bitten and Mechanical Resonance are iconic.
No, I agree with you.
I would stop. Pyromania sticks out as legendary. Highway to Hell, of course. And even slide it in because why, Sonny?
The snakes and titties.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to set them up just like in Moneyball. When I say it, I point to you. That's what you say.
But you're right. You're right because after Pyromania, you're not really talking iconic. You might. I mean, if you're a rock and metal fan, you might be like, oh, I know that album cover. Oh yeah, I know the cover of the Winger album cover or whatever. But that top 7, those are some of the most classic album covers.
What about Bon Jovi and his fucking jeans?
Yeah. What is Wild Hickory Nuts?
Yeah. My line would be drawn at Mechanical Resonance. And just because I like the colors that pop there.
Okay.
Right. And that Once Bitten cover is pretty cool to me. So my line would probably be drawn at Mechanical, but same thing.
Wait, you're not going down to Hailstorm and friggin' what's his name there?
No. And Hailstorm. I just don't like.
I'm drawing a blank.
I forgot.
What's his name there from Mask? What's his name?
Oh, Rocky Dennis.
Yeah, Rocky Dennis.
Rocky Dennis on the cover of the Hailstorm album.
Yeah, I wish that Hailstorm album they re-released it 10 years later and had a little bit of a better album cover.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that one was cool, but yeah, this the one that they originally released isn't great.
But even still saying that 10-year anniversary edition, it's still very artsy. It's
it's artsy.
It's not a photograph of Lizzie Hale. It's an art. It's a very artsy type of thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, you would think when you got somebody like Lizzie Hale, you want to. But we talked about that, I think, during the Hailstorm episode. That could have been the exact reason why they didn't put her on there looking like a smoke show. They didn't want that to take away from the album, But yeah.
So let's move over to albums.
Okay, hold on. I want to jump in here. So first of all, Stephen Wood says, I can't wait for the Fine Young Cannibals episode.
Wow.
She drives me crazy.
Do they have more than one album?
I don't know. And then Jeremy Hopper said they had that alien-looking dude singing.
He had like lizard eyes, or he looked like a salamander.
Yeah, he was not good.
He was an actor. He was in a movie once too. He was in the movie Scandal. I don't know if you remember that movie, but that British Scandal with the politicians. He was in that movie with that other lady there, Val Kilmer's wife. There, I remember.
I don't know it. Okay.
Scandal.
Don't know it. Well, here we go. Now we got album rankings.
Oh, that's too big.
Okay. All
right, go back.
Here we go. Now these are how we ranked the albums. So
this is crazy.
That is crazy.
From the three of us, the number one ranked album is Tesla's Mechanical Resonance.
Yeah, because we had it all in our top 6, each one of us.
Yep.
All right, Sonny, you want to read the rest of the list?
Yeah, so number 2 was Pyromania. Same thing. We had them, all 3 of us had it in the top 6. Appetite was number 3. All 3 of us had it in the top 6. Then it goes to Highway to Hell, Blizzard of Oz, Singles, Once Bitten, Slide It In, Hailstorm. Hotel California comes in at 10, right in the middle. Jar of Flies, Bon Jovi, Odyssey, Super Unknown, Peace of Mind, Winger, Detonator, OU812, Load, and bringing up the rear is Look What the Cat Dragged In. And it was not my fault because I had it at 14.
Is that a positive thing that you're saying it's not your fault?
Yeah, and it was 20 by a extended margin.
2 points.
2 points. Yeah, because everything else, I mean, is that the biggest? Well, there's 2 points separating Appetite and Highway to Hell, but that's not a.
That's early at least.
I'm looking to see along the rankings that everything else is fractions or a point or two, and then you get that big jump from Load to Look What the Cat Dragged In.
Well, I'll tell you that Pyromania was the number 1 album we had when we did the top 10, and then Mechanical Resonance came in and has knocked it down.
Yep.
Highway to Hell jumped in there. I'm not sure if we did singles last time in the top. I don't think it was in the first 10 episodes.
No.
Once Bitten is the biggest surprise of them all. And we'll talk about that later on. It comes up. Tommy loves that. So Tom's opinion of Once Bitten is the most loved album by the 3 of us. He ranked that the highest. but on his album rankings, he has his number 7. So,
well, which is and this is a good pivot to talk about this in general. And I think we may have covered this during the 10 album thing. It's weird because ranking the songs carries so much of a different weight when you're breaking it down individually. It's almost like when you're looking at, like, say, like a football team, like when you look at the group as opposed to breaking it down. So I know that when we eventually get to the songs, I know that an album like Once Bitten was so high for me because of 2 songs in particular, which was Rock Me and Save Your Love, because I have them ranked so high that those things carried the weight of that album for me, whereas it's only 7th for me because some of the other songs. So that's what I mean. And I think that applies to a lot of our rankings. When you look at individual song, because we ranked every song, what were they, 212 songs, and I found myself ranking those Great White songs pretty high. And as much as I love Tesla Mechanical Resonance, and I do have it number 1, there were a couple songs on there that were down a little bit more, but overall, and again, look, Zeus, we say this when we talk about the Kiss stuff. These are the rankings for, like, we always say today. I mean, like, we could do this tomorrow, and I can have Once Bitten ranked number 1 or 3 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's so difficult when you're talking about some of your favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, what I noticed though when I look at this list is there tends to be obviously a difference between us two and Sonny's opinion of the more hair metal, and the more grungy.
Yep.
So, I mean, look at me. I have Look What the Cat Dragged in 19 and Winger at 20.
Right.
You know, Sonny has 18 in Supernova, 19 Jar of Flies, and Load, which is sometimes called like an Alice in Chains album.
Yep.
Down at, the last 3 for him.
Yep.
And for all your shit and your trolling of me on Hotel California, Sonny, it's only 16th for you.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And then you have the same thing, Tom. I mean, Look What the Cat Dragged in is last.
Look What the Cat Dragged. I'll be honest with you. Out of all these albums, 20 albums, I like Peace of Mind. I'm just not a huge Iron Maiden fan. I said it when we did the album. I'm just not a huge fan of Dickinson's vocal styles, but I like the album. I would say that out of all 20 of these, okay, and I know, Zeus, you've done it, and I'm sure, Sonny, you've done it. I have an album review crew playlist on my phone, all 20 albums, put it on shuffle sometimes, go for a run. I'll be honest with you. When a fucking Poison song comes on, I'm skipping it. I mean, even the Peace of Mind, Bon Jovi. Like I can listen to that stuff. I forgot how really bad that Poison album is in the episode.
My playlist doesn't have any songs below like 150 out of the 212.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't even gonna go there.
You say that though, Sonny, and I say the same thing. There are songs on like that Winger or Look What the Cat Dragged. All of a sudden, you're like, number 1 bad boy. like this.
Yeah, right.
Fucking hits you. I know. What it is. The song Head Down by Super Unknown, I ranked it terrible. Now I'm like, dude, I love that little melody. Ding, 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 ding. And it stays in my head. And all of a sudden now I'm like, I fucking love that song now. Yeah. Songs that you didn't like, all of a sudden, because you don't really listen to them. And so, when all of a sudden Photograph comes on or Life in the Fast Lane for me, and I want to listen to album review crew, I'm like, all right, fast forward. Do I really need to hear Rock of Ages or those other ones? I'm like, I'll move it, but Peace of Mind is not something I've listened to my whole life, so I'll listen. And Load the same way. I'm like, that's not bad. I'll listen to that.
Yep. No, you're right.
I don't know, because when I had it on shuffle too, right? I had a playlist. Initially, I had all 212 songs. And what would happen is like some shitty Load song would come on. And then the next song is like Photograph. And I'm like, oh my God, that song I just heard is 10 times worse than I thought it was.
It's true.
So I'm like, I better just erase that song.
No, but see, I like that because I had it on shuffle today too. I was listening to while I was driving, and it was funny. I was laughing because I was thinking of these numbers and where I had like Once Bitten. And every time a Once Bitten song came on, I'm like, this fucking album is awesome. I don't apologize for what I have done with my Once Bitten rankings.
I can't remember the last time my kid said, other than the Eagles, for any hair metal stuff that I kind of had in my car. She's like, what's that song? She did it when Rock Me played on.
Yes.
Like, what's that song that just played?
Yep.
Like, what? You like this?
Yep. I loved it.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, Once Bitten has grown on me tremendously.
Yep.
I had it back then. I listened to it, but the songs are especially the top 4 or 5 songs on that album.
Oh, yeah.
So catchy. Even fucking like things like on Mechanical Resonance, not the hits, the Love Me's and, you know, Cover Queen and shit. You're like, all of a sudden you're like, God, I missed that song. I want to hear that again. So the albums grow on you and things like that. Highway to Hell, Blizzard of Oz. I mean, those albums and songs, I know they're fucking, you got fatigue factor in them. But if they're not that fatigued to you and you've listened to them a million times, that proves how great they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on some comments real quick, Sonny, because we got some, it's going fast and furious. So Michael Anderson, look what the Cat Dragon should remain in last place forever. Scott Wheeler, I just listened to your Poison album review and I'm back into them. How can you not love those catchy hooks? Scott, some of the songs do have catchy hooks. They do. But some of them are just...
But it's still Brett singing. That's part of the problem.
No, I don't mind Brett's voice. I don't mind.
No, I'm with you on that, Sonny.
All right.
And if you guys don't like it, you guys can settle the score at Jimmy's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gerald Rosenberg, Poison has always been a guilty pleasure. Stephen Wood, Load as a grower took me 10 years to appreciate it. Stephen, I agree with you. I love that album now more than ever. I have said this before on social media. The people that give Load and Reload a beating, you're doing yourself an injustice. I know that it's not Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning, but there's tons of good shit on those.
I like it a lot.
Brad Rustoven, somehow Sonny has Look What the Cat Dragged In above Singles in his ranking.
Yeah, so one reason only, and that is because Look What the Cat Dragged In came out my high school year, right? So whether you're looking at Great White or Tesla, whatever, it hit me at 16, 17, 18. Okay. If it's hitting you at 12, 13, 14, you're listening to probably different music. Now, that doesn't hold true for something like Pyromania, but Pyromania's classic. Like Once Bitten is not a classic album.
Right. Michael Murphy said, which shitty Load song, Sonny? There are so many, you'll have to be specific.
That's right. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, come on. And then Tony jumps in, Michael Murphy, true story. Gerald Rosenberg. See, this is a good point. And a lot of people say this about Use Your Illusion. The good songs of Load and Reload would make it one good, complete album. I agree with that. But like Zeus, you say this all the time about the Kiss albums. I don't want anything taken out.
Let me pick and choose because we have these arguments all the time with people. Yeah, I hate Hot in the Shade, but I like Betrayed. I'm like, that song sucks. But because you like it, I might not like it. Let's leave it in there. We'll choose.
Right. Our buddy Jack Pinocchio chimes in. Hello, Jack.
I don't have the button. I got to fucking play it.
I know.
Damn it.
Brad Rustoven says Changes in Love Me on Mechanical Resonance are killer. Oh, yeah. I mean, that album is just...
Except for Changes. I think I ranked that last. Oh.
Changes? Did you really?
Yeah, it's just the same fucking lyric over and over. Changes. Wow.
Okay. All right.
But Love Me is incredible.
Yeah. Plus, it's not overplayed. It's like a...
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And the solo is just fucking incredible.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of good stuff here to kind of break down. We've talked about this many times. Sonny is absolutely right. When did you get into these bands? Did you get into them? So we have high school music, and then we have our college music. So we can like them both. So we went through both of those eras. So, for us, grunge still rules, and so does hair metal. Well, I got to stop calling it hair metal, but you guys get the point.
Yeah, the difference with me is, one, I didn't finish college traditionally. It took me 20 years to get my degree. I don't do that. Go get your degree in 4 years. But anyway, I got out of high school, and I was trying to go into the music business. So the music I was listening to in high school stuck with me for the next 4 or 5 years. It would have. So I never got into, even if I would.
Would you do it, and what would the change be? I was thinking of this as we were getting ready for this live stream, and I purposely didn't want to tell you guys in advance because I figured I'd kind of lay it on you, kind of like if you had a gimme and you could move one album around, like, because maybe at the time you're like, oh yeah,
You have one in mind, Tom, right now yourself?
do I have one in mind?
Yeah, because I'm thinking. So I don't know if Sonny has one ready.
Honestly, for me,
yeah,
I think personally I have Slide It In way too low for me. I love that album. I love that album, and I think I just got caught up with what, with the recency bias. A lot of times, like because when we do these album review crew albums, we do them once a month. So even an album that you've been listening to, you spend so much time with it, so that by the time the episode comes up, you're like, oh, I'm putting that 5th, I'm putting that 6th, and then the next thing you know, Slide It In was our 2nd episode, and I think it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping because of it. But I would probably jack that way up to, I don't know exactly what I would do. I might even put it above. I'd probably put it in my top 10, to be honest with you. I mean, I love Hailstorm, but I can't justify having Slide It In 4 spots lower than Hailstorm.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be, if I had to do a do-over, that would probably be my do-over.
Yeah, my problem is I love the songs Heaven Tonight and Dreamin'.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely never listen to Odyssey. I'm surprised Odyssey isn't dead last. Because, you can't count Singles in Hotel California because I didn't own it.
Yep.
But I've listened to Odyssey less than every other album that I owned on this list.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So because I remember I would listen to Heaven Tonight, I would listen to Dreamin', and I would go back to Heaven Tonight, and I would go back to Dreamin', and I would go to, like that's what I was doing.
Okay. So yeah, and you have that 13th. So that's pretty hot. Yeah.
On the strength of those 2 songs, right?
Okay. Zeus, anything for you if you had to make a flip with anything?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about where I have my stuff.
Yeah.
It depends on, the mood.
Me too.
Maybe I have Highway to Hell a little higher than I normally would.
Okay.
Out of nostalgia and stuff.
Me too. I have that 4th. Yeah.
Because once I get past Highway to Hell and If You Want Blood, touch too much in those songs. The other ones are good songs.
Yeah.
The whole album's, really good and great, right? But there's way more tracks that I like on the other albums below it.
Yep.
But the thing is, those it's top heavy, very top heavy for me.
Yep.
I can't tell you how much Highway to Hell is so fatigued, but I'm not fatigued with it. If you want blood, I'm not fatigued with it. I still, like, if I'm in the mood to get in a car and turn something up, I go to those 2 songs. Yeah. So I still have that affinity for that album. So maybe Highway to Hell, I'd move it probably down. Even Jar of Flies, Tom, maybe. I mean, there's 2 songs, like, I'm like, get this shit off.
Yeah, and one of the things I always feel guilty about whenever we do these rankings is, like, and I think it's a fatigue thing, although it's not fair, because fatigue happens because something is so good you listen to it all the time. Mm-hmm. That's how fatigue happens. So when I look at the fact that I have Appetite for Destruction at 6, I feel like I deserve a punch in the face for that, because because it's Appetite for Destruction, And I know people like, how do you have Singles and Jar of Flies higher than that? It's that nostalgia I talk about all the time. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, and those albums just carry so much weight. Plus, I do love the albums. But to have Appetite for Destruction at 6 is kind of, I don't know.
There's a nostalgia for each of us. When did you get into it? I have Hotel California 1. I don't hate anything on it. I love the whole album through. And I fucking remember playing that shit when I was in high school, discovering it on my own. Yeah. Wizard of Oz is the same thing. It's just, they're too fucking, I can listen to the whole album. It's the best guitar album of all time, in my opinion. I can't get enough of Blizzard of Oz. Those solos are Mr. Crowley, Revelations. I don't know. Oh, they're fucking too good.
Michael Anderson says, I think Highway to Hell is a perfect album, start to finish. Burned out on the title track, of course. Yeah, Highway to Hell, to me, there's no skips. I mean, I even like Nightcrawler. What's the matter?
So did Adele. So did
what?
NSYNC. So did Backstreet Boys.
Oh, geez.
There's a lot of. That's fine. If that's how we're going to name it, then everybody loves Michael Jackson and nothing else.
Okay, Max Lynch.
But we're talking about the songs here, the albums here.
Okay, Max Lynch. Go ahead. I'm going to break up this fight.
Oh, stop it. Let us fight.
Max Lynch, and a lot of people said this after we did the Blizzard episode, and I was surprised. He's saying Diary of a Madman is much better than Blizzard.
A lot of people do that. Yeah.
I'm surprised. I mean, I like Diary. The album is fantastic. I've always leaned towards Blizzard. And I was surprised that when we did the Blizzard episode, a lot of people went after Diary. My God.
Okay, I didn't remember what songs were on Diary, so I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
Dude, Blizzard kicks his ass.
That's what I
I'm all like, come on. Dude.
Sonny, that's why I was surprised to hear that.
I love Diary as well. No. It's not even close to fucking...
Me too.
It's not. I mean, guitarists pick up on it because the technical shit that Randy Rhoads started doing was even more complicated. It's not as beautiful as the music he did on Blizzard of Oz. It's just not to me.
Yeah. But, and like Michael Anderson said, production is so much better on Diary. Well, it's a second album. All that's true. The production might be better. Randy Rhoads might sound different, but like Sonny, and like we said, the songs aren't even close. Compared.
Bob Day. I mean, Ozzy didn't write as good songs then, right, on the second album as he did in the first. Ozzy wrote those. Yeah. You motherfuckers.
Yeah, we heard some good stuff from Carmine too about life with Ozzy.
You motherfucker! Get the fuck back in the studio! You're fired.
Oh, here we see now we got a nice Ozzy thread going here. Jeremy Hopper, Diary is better. It's a scientific fact. Max Lynch says "Over the Mountain." Yeah, "Over the Mountain."
That's a great song. Yeah.
Yes.
Michael Anderson, the versions on Tribute are superior. Max Lynch throws in Little Dolls. No.
Dolls by Ace Frehley?
I think I'd rather listen to Then Stephen Wood says Ozzy wrote all the vocal melodies. Stop shitting on him.
Oh, stop it. He didn't do shit. That's all Bob Daisley.
Max Lynch has named the two best songs.
Come on.
Max Lynch has named the two best songs on Diary. Over the Mountain and Flying High Again. After that, give me Blizzard.
Believer's all right.
That's pretty good. That's true. The guitars on Believer are pretty awesome. That's true.
And your least favorite, you don't like any of the Jakey Lee albums, right? I love Bark at the Moon and Ultimate Sin.
I don't. It's not Jake. It's not because of Jake that I don't like those albums. It's the songwriting. Right? Like Ultimate Sin has basically 3 songs I listen to. Bark at the Moon maybe has 4 songs I listen to. Like it's just it's the songwriting. But Ozzy doesn't really have a Desert Island album for me. Like Ozzy's always like that. There's 2 or 3 to 4 or 5 songs I just don't listen to on the album.
Zeus, you got me into Ultimate Sin. I never gave that album a chance. I actually like that album.
Jakey Lee's great on those stuff. Again, 2 each their own. To me, I know we had this. I think we had this conversation. It was with you, Sonny. It's Randy, then Jake, then Girl Zach, and then Man Zach, and then whatever Greek guy.
Not all people believe that. It is what it is. I think it's all in what you like. My favorite Ozzy album is Rest for the Wicked. No Rest for the Wicked. So I'm a Zach guy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, Randy and Jake suck. That's not the point. That's
not how we do this here.
Yeah.
They suck. They suck.
Yeah. And I know people get sick of the pinch harmonic stuff that Zach does. I actually like all that stuff, but I really like BLS. So I'm a Zach fan. Now, if Randy had a lot of music out there and he hadn't passed away, I'm sure I'd feel different about Randy. It's just there's a select few things that I listen to from Randy. And Jake just doesn't have enough stuff out there.
Yeah.
You got the 2 Ozzy and you got the Badlands stuff and some early Mickey Rat shit.
Yeah, but that Red Dragon Cartel is not good.
He's trying.
I don't know. I never heard it, Sonny. So
it's not good.
We said this in the text chat the other night. It's just Zach is a metal guitarist.
Yeah.
He's a metal guy, which is fine. He's great for that.
Yeah. So let's look at these albums real quick. I want to ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
I told you mine for guitar album. I think of all these is Blizzard of Oz. Mm-hmm. I think Randy's the best guitarist on there. I think the album's best guitar is Blizzard of Oz. Can I hear from you guys? What do you think?
Sonny, go ahead. You talking? Go ahead, Sonny. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, best guitars for me personally would be a toss-up between Peace of Mind and Slide It In.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I really like the bluesy Slide It In, and dude, you can't go wrong with Maiden.
Yeah, I thought you'd go Appetite, but I'm with you on Slide It In. Very underrated.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Yeah. For me, it's absolutely Appetite, because Slash is on my Rushmore for guitar. So Appetite in Blizzard, because Randy's tone on that, I've said that a million times. And if I had to throw something else in there, I would. It's probably cliche to throw in Angus on Highway to Hell, but I think because Mechanical sounds so much different, and I wave the flag of Frank Hannon. The production on Mechanical Resonance and those guitars sound fucking perfect on that album. But I'd stick with Slash and Appetite and Randy and Blizzard for my guitar albums.
I'm just shocked no one took Odyssey.
Nah, no. I like the album, but I like that album because of Joe Lynn Turner, not because of Yngwie.
Good point, Tom. Good point.
Yeah.
For me, I also, Hotel California, I love the harmony guitars between the two. And then obviously the number one solo for me. I mean, we can talk about that in the songs later when we break down our favorite songs. But those are good things. And what about vocals? Do you have a vocalist? Drums? Things like that?
That's a good question too. Vocalists? I mean, geez. I mean,
I think Appetite and Super Unknown are the two for me that stick out. And Hotel California. Those
Sonny,
three.
What do you think for vocals?
Yeah, vocals for me, if I was to say, without kind of listening to the songwriting and stuff, who the best vocalist is out of these guys, it's Soundgarden, no doubt. That's nobody touched. My favorite vocalist out of this is Lizzie. Right, that's why I got Hailstorm first. And Max Lynch said it. He goes, "Well, you must be focusing on the Red Dragon Cartel singer too much." It always starts with vocals with me. Like, guitarist gets me interested, but the vocal is when I shut it off. So you don't know how many albums in my life I've shut off at minute 1 because the vocalist sucks. Done. Not going to listen to them anymore. Grim Reaper comes to mind.
Sonny, we say that all the time in our text chat. We say that. I understand that. We say that all the time. The music the music and the songwriting can be fucking fantastic. If the guy singing is unlistenable to me, it's a struggle. But for me, vocally, I'm going with Joe Lynn Turner on Odyssey, and I'm going I put Cornell on a different planet. I mean, I know that's not fair, so I would say Soundgarden, Super Unknown, but I would say I'm going to put Joe Lynn Turner, Odyssey, and I fucking love Coverdale and Slide It In. I just think he's fucking awesome on that album.
Appetite, though, Axl has so many imitators. It's almost a fucking parody of how he sings. Yeah. I just never forget listening to Welcome to the Jungle and then It's So Easy. I'm like, oh, so they have two singers?
Yeah, I thought it was two singers also.
I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right? Let's get some comments right here. We got a lot going on. So Daryl says, No Rest for the Wicked was Ozzy's last borderline great album. A lot of people loving No More Tears. Michael Anderson said Ultimate Sin, great album. Productions is a little bright, has some gems on it. Ken Ryan says the title track on Bark at the Moon is one of the best metal riffs, period.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agree with that.
Yep.
Agreed.
Jeremy Hopper, Jake is incredible. I'm sorry, Stephen Wood says the production kills it for me. Ron Nevison was the wrong guy. Jeremy Hopper, Jakey is incredible on that record. And then Max Lynch had that comment about Red Dragon Cartel. Gerald Rosenberg says no love for CC. Fuck no.
Chris Cornell, yes. CC DeVille, no.
Max Lynch said JLT propelled that record, absolutely. Tony, what is he saying? Axl is okay.
Do you need these?
That says
it says all first. And then he fixed it. He fixed it 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't get to that one yet. I'm sorry, I didn't get to that.
Oh.
And then our buddy Steve jumps in. Steven Adler's drums on Appetite are great. Absolutely, Steve. Very underrated. Adler sounds like amazing on that album. Michael Anderson, no one touches Cornell. Adam Nickmeyer, any answer about vocalist that isn't Dickinson is inaccurate. See, that's hilarious because I don't like Bruce Dickinson.
I love Bruce, but Bruce is not the best singer on this list.
That's not even close. No offense.
Daryl Albert says, Sonny, what about Sammy on OU812?
Yeah, I like Sammy's vocals on OU812. One of the things I'm not in love with on the Van Hagar stuff is Sammy is screaming at the top of his lungs sometimes, right? So now, it sounds fine on album. It works. But later on in years when he was doing it live, he was having a tough time doing that stuff, right? But I love Sammy. He's not Chris Cornell.
No.
I just, right? So.
All right.
Yeah, so let's, last one is just drums.
Okay.
I will tell you, very underrated drums, Mechanical Resonance.
Yes, you said
very underrated there.
Yep.
Looking at this list, I would go with Slide It In and Cozy Powell.
Yep.
Fucking killer.
Yep.
I like, and also I like, Peace of Mind coming there. Nico McBrain. And then finally, I like Alex on OU812.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys?
For me, for drums, Righty said it in his comment, Adler on Appetite, the drums on that, when you listen to a song like My Michelle or Paradise City, the Rocket Queen, the drums are just fucking amazing.
Yes.
And of course, look, I'm a Metallica, I'm a Lars guy. I know Lars, has his problems. But there's a lot of songs on Load that sound fantastic. You listen to a song like 2x4, especially that intro, some songs that's just fantastic stuff on Load. So I would probably go with those for my drum guys. Sonny, what about you?
Yeah, I'd have to go with Nico and probably Adler and Cozy. I would have to go with those. Like Adler, it's hard to appreciate it because there's a lot going on that Appetite record. You would have to put it on and just listen to the drums. And I think you would be very amazed in what Adler's doing. And really, his whole career, he's still writing on those same drum tracks.
Yep.
Right? So
I mean, you listen to that intro to Rocket Queen.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, the production and the power that he's showing there is just, so good. And you guys are right with Cozy. I mean, the guys, Michael Anderson, top-notch drummers all the way until you hit Ricky Rocket, or he calls him Ricky Cocket.
That's the most beautiful woman Jericho's ever seen.
Yeah.
Stephen Wood waving the flag for Outlaw Torn. Oh, amazing.
Listen to Daryl.
You know what? Daryl brings up a great point, and that, he highlights a good point about how underrated Phil Rudd is. No love for Phil Rudd laying down the same beat for 41 minutes. No, that's not true.
See, nobody told you guys. He just played that one time, and then they just punched it in for 41 minutes.
Come on.
Yeah, so he can go out and organize another hit on some woman that's bothering him. I'll be at the pub. I'll see you in a bit. I got something to do.
Gerald says he says Phil Rudd doesn't get enough credit. Simple but incredible. I agree.
Oh, I think that too. Yeah. I mean, he's great. But I'm just, for these 20 albums, there's certain ones that stick out.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, all right. So we've done the albums. Let's go over to, because we're always so positive. Let's go to the 20 worst songs that we put on this list. And if fucking Sonny Pooni is not the biggest fucking troll there is, there's no way possible that Giving Yourself Away is the worst song on these 20 albums.
It's
easy.
Not.
Easy.
Dude, that is the biggest
easy.
troll move. And
Slam dunk mic drop.
Oh, and then you put Revelation Mother Earth as the other one, top 4 worst. That is fucking awful. So,
wait till the album that we're reviewing next could be at the bottom.
Oh,
there's a song that can be at the bottom.
Oh, Jesus. Enough. Tom, you want to read these 20? Let's start from the highest all the way down to the worst ranked song combined by us.
I can't even see. So what is?
All right, let me do it.
No. What I mean by that is Purple Haze is that the first one, Sonny?
No. It should be
that's why. Let me just read it.
Yeah.
I'll get it. So from the 20th down, okay, we'll get to the worst ranked last.
Yeah.
So number 20 is single soundtrack, Battle of Evermore.
Evermore, okay.
Which is a cover. Then is
the original's not good.
No,
it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's good. It's Zeppelin. Everything is
could be the worst Zeppelin song.
No,
I'm
you
just
don't
being
listen to
honest.
enough Zeppelin.
Yeah.
That's possible.
If you think that's the worst Zeppelin song, and Zeus and I love Zeppelin.
You'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Winger, Purple Haze. How that's not number like the worst from all of us, I'll never understand.
I fucking hate
There's
that. You have that
no
last. You have that last.
On principle. There's no reason for it.
And just to let everybody know, every one of these songs, and it happens, well, not every one of these songs, it happens more at the top than the bottom. But two of us will agree and one doesn't.
Yeah.
Two of us will agree, one doesn't. In the top ones, two of us agree, one doesn't.
Yeah, there's never like the three of us like, this is it.
Until you get to the bottom.
Yeah.
And the next one, you guys are crazy.
Odyssey, Bite the Bullet.
It's an instrumental. How do you have it that low?
Because I don't like instrumentals.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Too lazy to write lyrics. To the bottom you go.
Yeah. Super Unknown's Kickstand. I like it. It's like a minute and a half.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I'm pissed off. They've wasted a minute and a half.
No.
Look what the cat dragged in. Play Dirty.
Fucking brutal. God,
Where do they do? Where do they play Dirty again?
Oh, at Jimmy's Bar and Grill.
Oh, just brutal. Settle down, Brett Michaels. Oh.
I never understood. They play Dirty. Oh, they're cheating.
We're playing pool. Oh, he cheated. He's playing pool. I'm gonna fight him.
I'm gonna bang him with my purse if he doesn't knock it off. Fuck yeah. Loads Poor Twisted Me. The fuck did that get down there?
I don't know. That's
none of us really.
I had it low.
Oh, you brought it down.
Yeah, none of us really love that song.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of there. And then one more time, look what the cat drags in. Blame it on you.
Dude, any song opens up with "She got pizzazz" like razzmatazz. I mean, come on. Stop right there.
But he wants to slat it in.
Oh, when I begin, it's just so it's just awful. It's just awful.
And then we got I'm telling you, Super Unknown's Head Down. That for me has grown so much. I love the little melody. Yeah, I love the mood it puts me in. It's one of those jar of flies. I can just think of it in college. It's grown on me. Even I have it at 152. It would have went much higher now. But you guys destroyed it. Both of you. 208, 207. What the fuck? Wingers, Poison Angel. That is not worse than fucking Purple Haze.
No. And look, I'm on record. So I really, really like the Winger album. I really like it. That's the one song that just doesn't fit. Just not a good song. Not a good song at all.
Yeah. After that, you got Load's Mama Said. I cannot believe. Remember, I didn't even own Load. I cannot believe of all the great songs on Load, they did a video for fucking Mama Said.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't mind that song at all. I don't even have it in my bottom 25 or whatever. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I thought it's so much worse than anything else they probably did on that album.
Oh yeah, it is. It sticks out. It sticks out.
Not to be forgotten, for the fourth time on this list, look what the cat dragged in. I Won't Forget You.
No, it shouldn't be that low. It's not. Look, I've been shitting on Poison, but that shouldn't be that bad. I mean, we
all have it ranked in the 190s range.
Yeah, exactly.
All three of us agreed here.
Well,
yeah, this is right across the board.
I'm looking at what we can see on the screen right here. If I can't see, I Won't Forget You right now.
You can't read the numbers that he has to the right.
No. I'm saying for me, I don't have it on the screen right now on the bottom ranking for me.
Yeah, the top 20, but you can see you're just missing it by one or two.
That's okay.
If Sonny scrolled up, you would see it.
But Sonny's not scrolling up.
You can read it. It's 190.
Hey, that's okay. It's okay.
Odyssey, Memories. No. Yeah, 195, 181, 201.
Yeah, that's a little bit
waste of time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, fucking brutal. Loads, House That Jack Built.
Sonny brought this way down.
Yeah, because maybe if it was the house that Jill built, it would have been better. Because that's not good.
He didn't bring it that far down. We were at 186 and 190.
Yeah, it's
not
not
a 204. It's not that bad.
No.
There are worse ones than that. D from Ozzy.
Yeah, that just suffers.
There you go.
It just suffers from being a 30-second instrumental or whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Not to be outdone. Here we go with the fourth number on this top 20 worst songs. Poisons. Look what the cat dragged in. Number 1, Bad Boy.
So bad. So bad. So bad. We're going to get to all the comments in a minute as soon as we make it through the list, but that's so bad.
And then we got Dinosaurs, Tom. Dinosaur Metal.
Oh, yeah.
Peace of Mind, Quest for Fire.
Yeah. Jurassic Rock right here. It's just not good.
For the 2 or 3 just unbelievable songs on that album, to have 2 shitburgers on that album is just too bad.
And then you got To Tame a Land right underneath it from Peace of Mind.
Yep.
Yeah. Just stop writing about movie titles. Like, just stop it.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point.
They don't even want your fucking song for their movie.
Yeah, those 2 movies were shitty too, so it doesn't really matter.
Then you got Detonators, Intro to Shame. Like,
which I think is hilarious that I have that ranked higher than Giving Yourself Away.
Then you got OU812's Apolitical Shitty Blues Song.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh, this is fucking. This one is probably the most even. This and the next one, the last one.
Yep.
This has 210, 27, 210. Wow.
Yep.
And then the worst song. I don't know what fucking this came out of. I think it's a song from the Taliban. I don't know what the fucking point of it was. Super Unknown's Half.
Yeah.
Don't let bass players write songs.
Yeah, that's
period.
There's not. I can't wait to see if anything knocks that out of my ranking at least.
I can't see anything really. Well, for me, yeah, Purple Haze. It's just a fucking just on principle. But Half is the best part of that story. That song is, why don't you sing this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's.
Don't worry, it'll make the album.
Let's look at some comments. Adam Nickmeyer, Revelation Mother Earth is the worst by a mile. Wow.
Thank you.
What? Who said that?
Adam Nickmeyer.
Thank you, Adam. I love you.
Insane. That's insane.
Daryl Albert says the worst Zeppelin song is Hats Off to Roy Harper.
No.
That's not the worst.
Is that the basketball player, Roy Harper? Like the Chicago Bull?
Ron Harper.
Oh, sorry.
No, that is not the worst Zeppelin song. Sean Hammond said they always say when it looks easy, it's been done 1,000 times before it's been recorded. Phil Rudd is so underappreciated. Let's see. Randy Rhoads has a great solo on that to almost salvage it. I think he is still talking about Revelation Mother Earth. Yeah, Zeus, and that's what you always say about Mother Earth.
That's exactly it. It's my favorite solo from him.
And I had no problem with that either. Just came too late in the song. The song was already shit for 2 and 3 minutes. And...
Oh, stop. You just don't like Ozzy singing slow balladly type songs.
Bingo.
Yeah, I don't mind it. That's the difference.
Jack says they play dirty. They must be the bad boys. Stephen Wood says Ronnie is the worst song off of Load. It's not great. I don't know if it's the worst. Sean Hammond, Head Down is fucking great.
Woohoo! Wow.
And then he says Mama Said is great. And he says, as a country fan since I was a toddler, the outlaw country like Wayland, Willie were the front runners. James is a huge Wayland fan. His country is in his roots. I said the same thing. I don't mind that song because I know what he's trying to do. Whether or not you think he did it well, that's up for debate, but I don't mind that song. I just don't think it should have been on a Metallica album. If James wanted to do a solo album, God bless you, but
Yeah, there isn't, like, for me, again, other than instrumentals, there really isn't, except, Half, something that I'm like, turn this fucking shit off. I don't understand it. And then Purple Haze because of principle. Everything else is like,
And then Sean Hammond says Half is great. Now I don't know what the hell Sean's talking about. Everything's great.
Oh my God.
And then Tony jumps in and says, I can no longer take Sean seriously after reading these last few comments. Sean, we love you. You lost me at Half is great.
Yeah.
You lost me there.
Head Down is.
And Stephen Wood, you're absolutely right. bass players should not write songs unless you're Steve Harris, Gene Simmons.
Or Gene Simmons.
There's a few.
Or Geddy Lee. Or Geddy Lee.
Oh. No, I stop at Gene Simmons.
Oh, Blackie
I count Blackie as a guitar player instead.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, these lists here, Sonny, I still think you're out of your. I mean, I don't like giving yourself away. I have it ranked.
That's trolling. It's trolling.
I have it
Same
ranked.
thing with Revelation. They're trolling.
That's not trolling. It sucks. I don't like it.
There's no way it's the worst fucking song when you listen to half. There's
Sonny,
just no way.
Sonny, you're getting beaten up with your bass players shouldn't write songs.
Oh, yeah. Nike 6, Jack Blades. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
No grunge bass player. Now go. Go ahead.
No. Oh, now he's throwing out Paul McCartney. See, Sonny?
I don't like the Beatles, so that
I don't
doesn't matter
either,
to me.
Yeah, I know. Jack Bruce. Yeah, I know. Sonny will take the Mia.
Yeah. Just keep sending them
on the bass player comment.
Yeah.
All right. Those are the worst 20 songs. Let's get on a positive note here. I'm sure we're going to fight it all anyways. These are the top 20. Sonny, you want to read this list?
Sure. So our overall top 20 at number 1. Am I starting at 20 going to 1 or going from 1
Let's
to 20?
go from 20 to 1.
Okay, at number 20, we got Lady Red Light by Great White. At number 19, we got Hotel California. It was Zeus's number 1, by the way, by the Eagles, obviously. Number 18, There's a Surprise, Nearly Lost You. I've probably heard that song 10 times my whole life.
Yes.
Number 17, No Thanks to Me, was Welcome to the Jungle because it didn't even make my top half there.
Didn't make it's not even under 100.
It's not even under 100.
Is that fatigue or you just never liked it?
I think it's part fatigue and part there is much better songs that we have listened to, that we have reviewed. And it's not even near my favorite song on Appetite, right? Yeah. So, and it never has been, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Rock of Ages came in at number 16 by Def Leppard, obviously.
That's pretty even across the board for us.
Yeah, that one is.
Yep.
If You Want Blood, You Got It came at number 15, which is probably a surprise off that album for most.
Oh, no, for you, because you destroyed it. Me and Tom, 12, 11 for me, and you put it 88.
Yep. 88?
Meh.
Do you like music?
Do you like music? No, not really.
Do you like AC/DC?
Okay, if we want to talk about that, at number 14, which was my number 1 song, was The Trooper that Tommy has at number 93.
And
I was being generous.
Oh my God.
I had it at 14, Sonny.
This should be the number 1 song on this list.
I don't like Iron Maiden.
Oh my God.
Tom has Hotel California at 75. That's my number 1. Your number 1, Sonny, has Peace of Mind at 93.
But somehow at number 13, Rocket Queen, Tom has it number 5. Rocket Queen is 20 times better than Trooper.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Not even
close.
Oh
my God, dude, whatever.
It's not even close.
Now who's trolling?
It's not better. It's not. I have to agree with Sonny on that, but it's not by much.
Okay.
Yeah. At number 12, we had Crazy Train, Back to Back, Ozzy. At number 11, we had I Don't Know. At number 10, Coming Under Fire, very surprising. I had it in the top third, but Zeus had it at number 5.
Love that song.
At number 9, which we all somewhat agree, Rock Me, came out at number 9.
Zeus.
Slow and Easy, I'm the one who actually heard Slow and Easy because it came out at number 8 and I had it at number 65.
Wow.
We were somewhat close at our number 7, All Over Now by Great White. All of us.
We're all over the place now. There's nothing close. There's nothing like 2020, 23.
No.
We're all over the place.
That is surprising because I love Once Bitten, and I cannot believe All Over Now is ranked that high. That's shocking.
Great fucking song.
Oh no, it is. I agree.
I think that's my favorite song on that album.
Okay.
Yeah. So to illustrate how far off we are on the top 6.
I love it.
So number 6 is Heaven Tonight by Yngwie. Tom had it at 26, Zeus at 58, I had it at 4. Okay. Yep. Our number 5 was Modern Day Cowboy. Tom had it at 11, Zeus had it at 68, I had it at 3. At number 4, we had No Excuses. Tom had it at 3. Zeus at 2. I had it at 61.
You skipped 5.
No, I said Modern Day Cowboy.
You said Modern Day Cowboy.
Yeah, I just did it.
I'm fucking
wow.
Good Lord. So No Excuses was number 4. Tom was at 3. Zeus at 2. I'm at 61.
Yep.
Photograph was at number 3. Tom was at 2. Zeus at 47.
47 for Photograph?
I was at 8.
I'm so fatigued with it.
But that doesn't mean it's bad.
No, but I mean, look at the same thing with Crazy Train. He doesn't get fatigued. Sonny doesn't get fatigued. He has it at 68. I have it at 38. You have it at 61. Photograph, I have 47. You have it at 2. He has it at 8. Just fatigued with it.
Yeah. Our number 2 song in all these songs were Highway to Hell, the title track. Tom was at 24. Zeus was at 8. I was at 17. That one was actually fairly close because our number 1 song, which is going to surprise everybody on how the rankings came out.
This is shocking.
Is Wood by Alice in Chains. Now, it's not surprising that Wood by Alice in Chains is number 1 because it's a great song. What's surprising is 2 of us had it ranked at number 7 and 1 had it ranked at 32, and I was not the 32. It was Zeus.
Yeah, and I probably like Alice in Chains better than both of you.
Which is shocking.
I had this argument with Tony from Restrained. I had this argument with him. I said it's not even probably a top 10 favorite Alice in Chains song for me. It's just not. There's so many other ones I favor over it. I mean, I like it. It's a great song, but to be the best song on this fucking list, no way. Not even close.
I would tell you there's about 3 or 4 Alice in Chains songs that if they come on, I am singing at the top of my lungs. But I am not the biggest Alice in Chains fan. Those 3 or 4 hits that I'm talking about, Wood is one of them. Like anytime it comes on, I have to turn it up and scream along with it. Like
you got to act like you're Lane Staley, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and that I'm a little nuts. Yeah, so there's something about that song, man.
Yeah. Do you want to get to the comments before we talk a little more, Tom? Because I'm sure we missed a bunch.
Let's do some comments. All right, Daryl Albert. I don't know for Ozzy, although the tribute version is better. Jeremy Harper. Rocket Queen is the best album closer of all time. There is no Stephen Wood has to be lying right now because he says he has Look What the Cat Dragged In ranked higher than Mechanical Resonance in his album rankings.
Wow.
Gerald Rosenberg has Rocket Queen number 1. Daryl asks a great question. Where is Love Ain't No Stranger? That fucking song is amazing.
Love Ain't No Stranger was number 30th rank. Okay. Thanks to Zeus, who added it number 95. If you're looking for somebody to blame,
the best song on that.
Daryl Albert then jumps in. I love it. Nearly Lost You, one of the great grunge tracks. Absolutely. Buddy Righty, how is Mr. Crowley not in the top 20? Where is Mr. Crowley?
Mr. Crowley.
Right there. You just passed it.
Did I?
Yeah. Right there.
Where's it at?
Keep going. 23.
Oh, yeah. It's number 23. And it's all Tom's fault because he has it at 107.
What the fuck?
He has it in the bottom half.
The song,
that solo in the end and the organ. Oh, so
that song should have been an instrumental solo. That was it. Scott Wheeler says we need some Poison in the top 20. No, they're in the bottom 20.
Let's see. The closest came was number 53, Talk Dirty to Me. That was the top one.
And then Max Lynch, agreeing with Zeus here, wouldn't make the top 10 Alice in Chains for me. What the fuck?
Exactly. Wow. Exactly.
Wow. That is baffling to me.
It's not baffling. Are you kidding me? There's so many other great Alice in Chains songs.
Right now, I want you to name me 10 songs by Alice in Chains better than Wood.
Man in the Box. I'm looking at their albums, right?
Go ahead.
It Ain't Like That.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to Sap. By far, Right Turn.
Okay.
Got me wrong.
Okay.
Let's go to Dirt. Them Bones. Down in a Hole. Rooster.
Down in a Hole? No way.
I love that. Absolutely. And then Angry Chair. 100%.
Okay.
Jar of Flies. No. I Stay Away. No Excuses and Don't Follow. And then go to Tripod, Three-Legged Dog, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Grind. No. Heaven Beside You. No. Shame in You. And Over Now. And then even more so is What the Hell Have I, which was kind of on
That's a
on
great
the
one. Last
what do you
Action
call
Hero.
it? The Last Action Hero.
Yes.
Those are all my favorite over that.
And now
At
here's the
least
thing.
for me.
I won't argue with any of that except for the songs that are on the Three-Legged Dog album, which I think are kind of eh.
No.
I'll tell you right now. It's funny because Wood was on singles and on Dirt. If we had done Dirt, I'm telling you, this top 20 would have looked a hell of a lot different because it could have been 5 or 6 Alice Chain.
Oh yeah, but you could do that all the way down if we add something else in here.
Right.
But it's interesting shit. Let's be honest. But you know what? We can go to a little bit more here, Tom. Is why don't you read? Can you see this and do your top 20?
Yeah, I can.
Let's go to your top 20, and then maybe if you want to make a comment about them.
All right, so we'll start from from 20 up. So 20,
yeah.
I got Little Susie, Shot Down in Flames. Welcome
You're missing.
to the Jungle.
No, you're missing 2.
Love Ain't No Strangers, number 20, buddy.
Wait, for me?
Yeah.
We're looking at it on the screen right now.
Okay, right now, the screen that I'm looking at, I see Little Susie 20.
What?
Oh, I'm looking.
No, you're looking at the further. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Love Ain't No Stranger, Rising Force. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that song is. I think that was my favorite song on that album.
Yep.
Tom. Such a great opening track. JLT rips on that.
Insane.
His voice, his vocals on that.
Little Susie, Shot Down in Flames, Welcome to the Jungle, My Michelle, Foolin', Save Your Love, If You Want Blood, Modern Day Cowboy, Crystal Ball, Rock Me. Then we get grunge heavy here. State of Love and Trust, Wood, I Stay Away, Rocket Queen, Nearly Lost You, No Excuses, Photograph, and drum roll please, Mother Love Bone with Chloe Dancer, Crown of Thorns.
Which we found out has no shirt.
But there's a Mother Love Bone shirt.
Tom, 6 of your top 10 grunge.
Yep. And that's look, we'll talk about this a little bit more because we talked about it with the album covers. It is so hard for me to rank songs comparing genres. It's just it's impossible because there's some of these albums are some of my personal all-time favorite albums, and it's just hard. It's just hard for me. But that top 10, it could end up moving around as we move to some new some albums. I know what we're doing next, and after that, I have my personal pick. So I don't know. It's tough for me, but grunge. It's no secret that I love grunge. I love Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam. So yeah, it's tough. Zeus, what about you?
All right, so for me, I've got a little bit of a different mix here. So I've got some classic rock because you know where I have my number 1 albums, the Eagles.
Yep.
So Wasted Time, Rocket Queen, Fell on Black Days, Chloe, which is your number 1, Tom, Crown of Thorns. All Over Now, that's where that All Over Now goes up so high, Tom. Yep. Victim of Love, The Trooper, Sonny, Slow and Easy, Revelation, Mother Earth, If You Want Blood, Birth Ritual, Last Resort, Highway to Hell, Sweet Child of Mine, Don't Follow, Coming Under Fire, Give Me More Time, Welcome to the Jungle, No Excuses, and then Hotel California. So for me, I think I mix them up a little, but I can tell you a thing that sticks out when I'm looking at this is guitar. So the Revelation Mother Earth there for me. The Trooper's guitar. Where is it? Sweet Child of Mine solo. Hotel California's solo. The guitar, the crunch on If You Want Blood. Victim of Love's crunch. All Over Now's little, slick groove there. And then there's, obviously grunge stuff in here. I love Fell on Black Days and Chloe Crown of Thorns and Birth Ritual. It's fucking great. And then obviously Hotel California beat out, but No Excuses. And that for me and Don't Follow are just incredible songs. Yeah. And the only other thing I would say is for me, I think I have like Wasted Time as my number 1 soul, ballad on this list. And Tom, I'm looking at yours, and I think it was Save Your Love for you.
Oh, Save Your Love. I said during that episode, it's my favorite. It's my favorite power ballad from that entire era. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's where I think I go on my list. I've got 4 Eagles songs on here. I've got 3 Appetite for Destruction songs here.
Yep.
And then the rest are kind of mixed up in here.
Yep.
You know, but I look at it as a little bit of a mixture here. Sonny, you want to go to yours?
Yeah. So my top 20, I'll tell you, is a mix of mid-tempo and guitar rock, but all of it has melody, and melody's always been more important to me. So these 20 songs, I can honestly say some of my favorite songs. Now, my favorite ballads and my favorite songs of all time, those aren't on here yet because we haven't reviewed some of those albums yet. But and I don't have the problem Tommy has. If we decide to review Prince or Hall & Oates or whatever, I can easily add them in here because I have been playing on shuffle or mixtapes my whole life. It's never been just rock for me. There's always been top 40 R&B, hip hop, all that kind of stuff in my ears at the same time. So for me, all that stuff's easy to rank. So for number 20, Dream and Tell Me. I know a lot of people take that shots at that song.
Wow.
I love it.
Well,
I love it.
It's a good song. It's a good
I love it.
analysis.
Nice. 19's Finish What You Started. 18's Mr. Crowley, which surprisingly, I have 3 Ozzy songs in my top 20. I didn't even realize that until I just looked at it.
But wait. Finish What You Started. I think I had it ranked pretty high for me for that. That song is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that little funky little groove Eddie does.
Highway to Hell will never, it's my number 17. It will never have fatigue for me. Fast Road, I love that Great White song.
Great song.
Night Train is one of my favorite Guns N' Roses songs. I Don't Know is at number 14. I got Icarus, Flight of Icarus at 13. Slide It In at 12. Mr. Brownstone, my favorite GNR song, period, at 11. Standing in the Shadow by Whitesnake at number 10. It's Not You by Hailstorm. Dude, I absolutely love that song. At 9. Photograph at 8, which is a great song. Wood, that's why I made our number 1, was at number 7. Crazy Train, again, another song that I will never be fatigued by. I still get excited about it if I hear it at a football game, if I hear it while I'm watching football, right? I had it for my phone ringer for, I think, 2 or 3 years. It's like, it's crazy. Better Sorry Than Safe, which is a Hailstorm song, actually one of my favorite Hailstorm songs. Heaven Tonight by Yngwie at number 4. Modern Day Cowboy at 3. When It's Love, which is a damn perfect song, at 2. And Iron Maiden's The Trooper, baby, at number 1.
That's a good mix. I mean, mine was grunge heavy. Zeus was kind of heavy with the guitar and classic rock, and Sonny was kind of more kind of straight line.
I would call it 80s rock.
Yeah.
And then Hailstorm.
Yeah, exactly.
And Hailstorm is very 80s sounding to me.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of these songs, for me anyway, there's a connection to, where I was or what was happening to me personally when I heard it, or it was a story out of my life. That's the kind of stuff that connects with me when it comes to songs. I've only come across maybe 1 or 2 albums in my life that are that way, but when it comes to songs, it can happen by a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So,
all right, let's look at some comments real quick. Michael Murphy, I can't believe I have this question, but would Tom have ranked Dirt higher than that steaming pile of shit Load? Absolutely. Dirt would probably the top 5 album for me if we reviewed Dirt. I mean, come on, it's Dirt. Then Michael Murphy, most people count Sheep to fall asleep. I count Hotel Californias. Ow, damn.
That's the guy that has this fucking finish to bitch about Hotel California.
It's okay. Daryl Albert says, I request Zeus read the next list as Ace. And Jeremy Hopper says, or as Bob Kraft.
There's a slight difference in them.
Jack Pinocchio, Night Train is the best GNR song. And then Stephen Wood says, Sonny likes trains. Night Train, Crazy Train.
Okay.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't mind trains.
Max Lynch said, Trooper as the number 1 is insane.
Wow.
Max Lynch, I agree with you.
That's
I can see it as a number 1. That
for me anyway
kicks ass.
Yeah, for me,
the guitar,
it's got
it's a rocker.
Yeah,
great guitar, great melody. It's a short song. It punches in the head. It's got everything that I love in a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sonny, I'm looking at your list real quick. It looks like Dreaming and I don't know if you would call Better Sorry Than Safe a ballad, right?
That's kind of
it's close. That's why I would say like When It's Love and Finish What You Started. They're more mid-tempo almost, right?
Yeah, so
Dreamin's the really power ballad.
Yeah, Dreamin's the power ballad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Song.
Yeah.
That song is
No, dude, it's awesome. When I first heard it, I'm like, oh my God, Jolene can sing.
Yeah.
No. Go listen to Can't Let You Go by Rainbow with Jolene Turner. He's got much better tracks than that.
His vocals on Dreamin'. I'm not a giant fan of the song, but his vocals are insane.
Insane.
The range that he has.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to see a song specifically, let us know in the meantime. But at this point now, we've done our 20 best, 20 worst. It's open forum. Anything else you guys want to discuss about the list and the songs, and anything else about the album review crew that you want to discuss?
I'll just quickly say that I hate making lists like this because we said this with the album covers of the albums. It's when you're ranking these out, some of these albums are like our all-time favorite albums. I mean, they just are, and it's all mood. Chloe Dance at Crown of Thorns is my all-time favorite grunge 90s song. But then it's also a mood thing. Like, do I like Chloe Dancer more than I like Crystal Ball by Yngwie? Well, it depends on what mood I'm in. What do I want to listen to right now?
Good music versus bad. Crystal Ball is awful. That song
Crystal
is awful.
Ball.
Oh.
What?
Oh, Chloe is awesome. But I don't know why you want to play. Of all the songs on that, he's got some good songs on that album. I don't like Crystal Ball at all.
Crystal Ball is fucking fantastic. Oh my God. Well, and you like Jolene Turner, but
I do. He can sing the phone book. Guy's so talented.
Yeah. It's just like, and you're talking about different eras, different genres. It's very difficult, but
all right. So you know what, Tom? I got an idea.
Go ahead.
Why don't we look at each other's list and say what's the worst fucking song on that list in your favorite songs? Pick on mine. Why don't you go first? Tell me what's the worst song in the top 20 for me, and then for Sonny.
The worst song on your list?
Top 20, yeah.
For me, and I like the song because I like Hotel California, but Victim of Love should not be that high for me. I don't have a problem with your list. I mean, like I said, I like Hotel California. What's that?
I'm surprised. I thought you would. You know what? I thought you would maybe say "Give Me More Time" because I don't think you rank that high.
That's a good, but it's still Whitesnake. It's still David Coverdale.
Gotcha. All right, so "Victim of Love" for me.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Sonny?
For Sonny, I only get one pick.
Nice. Nice.
For me, this might be hurtful for Sonny.
It's gonna hurt his feelings.
When It's Love is just, come on, man.
I think the great Daryl did a nice thing about that when he broke down our album review crew. Remember he made that video? Yeah. And Sonny's like, it's the perfect song. It's the perfect song. And then Tom's like, this song sucks.
It's just, I said this during the review. The verses I like because the verses are kind of powerful, kind of like power anthem. But that chorus is so cheesy and so syrupy and corny for Van Halen, it ruins it for me. Yeah. It's two songs put together, and it's just eh. So, but both of your lists, I love both of your lists. I just might not like it as much, but there's really nothing that I would skip out of either of your top 20s. All
right, Sonny, want to go next, or you want me to go?
I can go next because mine are easy.
Sonny's gonna show my
on Zeus's list. Last Resort's it's bad. Last Resort.
You had Revelation as number 212 or something.
Last Resort's bad. Revelation's bad, but everybody already knows that. Last Resort's bad.
Oh, you're fucking nuts.
Come on, Sonny.
Chloe Dancer is fucking brutal.
Oh, come on.
Chloe Dancer is bad. I'm sorry. Chloe Dancer is bad. How you have that at number one? I should have stopped talking to you a long time ago. To be honest with you,
I was funny as I was ranking these. I was laughing because I'm like, I can't believe I'm putting this number one. Sonny's might have this last.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it going. And I'm looking at it going, it abbreviates to CDC, and it does feel like it's poison. Yeah, so
CDC, yeah.
The CDC, yeah.
Is there a way that we can find out is there a way? Can we look at is there a bigger difference in ranking than Chloe Dancer for me and Sonny?
Yeah, Revelation.
Okay, because where does Sonny have
Chloe Dancer? I have it at 183.
Okay, so I have it. Okay, all right. So that's a 182 gap difference there.
Now go to the bottom, and when you'll see Revelation.
Revelation, I have it at 209. Zeus has it at 12.
209.
That's 190.
Yep. 197, is it? Yeah. Thanks, Sonny.
Sonny's the guilty party with fucking up these rankings.
No, I'm going to get to that part. I'll get to that part.
Okay.
So for me, I'm looking at the list. Sonny's, I don't know what the fuck and I already said it, Dreaming. That song is horrendous. But not to be outdone, Fast Road, get the Fast Road the fuck out that list.
No, I like that.
That song does not deserve to be there. Like you say, Tom, fast versions of bands sometimes don't work. Yeah. Them doing Fast Road, it doesn't fit into their bluesy thing. I just don't see Great White doing it.
I give you that. And Sonny has it ranked way too high. I like Fast Road, but
all right. And Sonny, I would give you some love for When It's Love. It's a great song. All right, Tom's list, Crystal Ball stands out right away. Of all the songs on there, I don't know why you like that much. I mean, there's so many other better songs. And that's really, I mean, I like Love Ain't No Stranger. I don't know if I would put it up that high, but the rest of your shit, Tom, because I actually like grunge.
Yeah.
And maybe I would say Shot Down in Flames. It's not one of my favorites for me, but I'm picking out at this point. Yeah, There's nothing really other than really Crystal Ball that I'd be like, I don't like that. And that's just me. Okay. So that's how we did this, right?
Let's look at some comments real quick.
Go ahead.
Stephen Wood, I'd like to applaud you guys branching out and not just having hard rock and metal albums being reviewed. Yeah. Gerald Rosenberg says, not music related, but were any of you guys Ron and Fez fans? I don't know what that is.
What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So I guess that's a no.
I don't know, but Fez passed away. Rest in peace.
Uncle Freddie?
Are you talking about The Fez by Steely Dan? It's a great song. I don't know if that's
oh my God.
I think he's saying Uncle Freddie.
Uncle Adam Nickmeyer. Yeah, I like every song on Highway to Hell better than Hotel California, but they don't really compare. That's grunge tough. All sucks, so that's easy. Jack Pinocchio says the whole Load album, haha. Jeremy Harper, fun fact, When It's Love is a great song.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Max Lynch, When It's Love is ranked way too high. Settle down, Sonny.
Right next to each other.
I like it. Sean Hammond says, if you gave me a blank sheet of paper to write my favorite records, I would have a list of 100 or hundreds. Albums that are personal will be reduced to about 30, but when I hear like-minded friends like all of you describe your likes, it changes things. Steve Wright, our buddy Wright, he says, hey, where's Murph?
He's dead.
He's too cool. He's out with his friends. He has them, but
he does.
Yeah.
He's in bed. Who are you kidding?
Fritz von Bufu says, damn, Sonny looking F-I-N-E fine tonight.
Thank you.
Sonny, how the hell are you doing that with your fucking fake now Facebook name? How do you do that and being here at the same time? God damn it.
Max Lynch says, that's why I say reviewing Living Color debut. Great vocals, exceptional guitar.
Yep, that's a good album.
Michael Murphy, Chloe Dancer is a classic. Eat a dick, Sonny. Fritz von Bufu again. Everything on Hotel California should be on the very bottom.
Wow.
Worse than
yeah, like I said, Sonny's fucking burner account.
Brian Stone says, finally catching y'all live. Awesome. Yeah, maybe Fritz von Bufu has been Sonny all along.
Yeah,
okay, Gerald Rosenberg says Ron and Fez were an East Coast talk show. They were like Opie and Anthony in the 2000s. No, I never heard of them. Never heard of them.
I think he's thinking because we know the Jerky Boys. That's
and I mean we know Opie and Anthony too, but don't know Ron.
Isn't it amazing though? There was a point in time where the morning radio show disc jockeys were like beyond famous, right? Because that's who everybody listened to.
Yep. Oh yeah.
On their drive to work, and now it's like it doesn't even exist. There's a few radio stations here that do it a little bit, but it's not as fun anymore.
No.
Yeah. Not at all. One of the things I want to do, Sonny, and I don't know if you can get to this, is there a way we can look at scroll this down on the albums to see. So, for instance, guys, when we ranked all these songs, we also, took the albums and wanted to see if you took all those songs rankings, which albums would rank higher. And yeah. So I just wanted to show you something that I found interesting when we did that.
Yep.
So, for instance, if you scroll that stuff down, Sonny, okay, notice the difference here. So these are by the songs on the albums.
Yep.
So Tom's goes to Once Bitten is his #1 album. I'm still at Hotel California, and I believe, Sonny, you're still at Hailstorm.
Yep.
But notice the big difference, right?
Yeah, and the thing for me is because I had Rock Me and Save Your Love ranked so high that it just catapulted the rest of the album. Because you're right, I have Once Bitten, I think, ranked like 6th.
Yeah, that's fucking huge. Yep. Now, if you can, Sonny, can you go to the right?
To the right.
Yeah. So we have the 1 through 60.
That one.
So if you scroll up all the way to the top, so this is how each of us rank these albums.
Oh, yeah.
And how high we rank them. So, for instance, Tom ranked Once Bitten that the average song ranking would be 36.66. So the #1 ranked album by any of the three of us, Tom loved Once Bitten better than anybody else loved any album on this list. Then there's Sonny with Hailstorm. He loved that the most. Then there's Sonny with Slide It In. Then there's me with Hotel California. Then there's me with Pyromania. Tom, Mechanical Resonance. Tom, Pyromania. Me with Blizzard of Oz. Tom, Highway to Hell. Tom's Jar of Flies. So really, Sonny has 2 albums of those top 10 that he loves. So that means he's kind of in the middle of the pack. He doesn't fall in love with everything as much. That's how I interpret that.
No,
Am I
you're right.
correct, Sonny?
Yeah, I'm more of I have albums that I absolutely love, but I'm more of a song guy. Like when the singles came out and when iTunes came out, it was absolutely perfect for me. I was the guy they were looking at because I was the guy. And I remember going, oh, what blah, blah, blah songs are like? Okay, let me go buy those on iTunes. And I would buy like the 3 songs I like from that band or whatever. I was the guy because I hated buying an album and half of it be shit.
Yep.
It's very funny because you say that, Sonny. So you still buy singles like that, right?
I still do it every once in a while, yeah.
Tom now only buys what, albums?
I've always been an album guy. Even with cassettes and CDs and now vinyl, I love listening.
As you guys can see, I'm still CDs.
I love
listening, which is the fucking
album.
worst because I can't find fucking CDs of albums I want to get, and they're all like triple the price because no one has them anymore.
Zeus, I was thinking of you. I just got a new car. I got a 2019 Jeep.
No CD player.
No CD player.
Dude, my 2015 Chrysler didn't have a CD player.
Oh, I request them.
2015.
Oh, wow. Because my wife has a 2016 Jeep and there's a CD player in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still get them. I ask for them in my car. I have it on my computer here because I download them. If I buy the CD, I'll download it, put it into my Apple's Rolodex, and then Apple goes to my phone. I don't pull out a CD to play a CD. Right. But I still want the hard copy.
Me too. Me too. So quick comment.
But before you do that, Tom, I want to go through this and then we'll get to the comments. Scroll that down, that list. Sonny, can you do that?
Sorry.
That's okay. All the way down to 60. Tom, my friend, you are not fans of albums that you didn't pick, are you? Holy shit.
Now, I will say this. I know that I have Bon Jovi ranked lower than this is where, and this was going to bring up my point and kind of answering Max Lynch's comment. This is where the stats get in the way of what you really think about things. The difference between stats and emotion. I like that Bon Jovi album way more than the Poison album. Way more than the Poison album. But the big difference is the Poison album has a song like Talk Dirty to Me that catapults the ranking way, way higher than anything on the Bon Jovi album. So, and it's the same thing with Once Bitten. That Once Bitten, the average ranking is so high because of Rock Me and Save Your Love, but I don't like Once Bitten more than Mechanical Resonance.
Yeah, and the thing for me, I always said about the Bon Jovi debut album, I love it. I always say there's nothing bad on it. The songs might be mediocre, but they're good rock songs. If you listen to the album, you get into it. Yeah. They're good rock songs. Maybe nothing that other than Runaway and Roulette that stick out to a lot of people. But I can't listen to it and be like, oh, that fucking song sucks, or that song sucks. But then I see this, I'm like, what the fuck? But then, look, Tom, you have 4 out of the 5 worst ranked. Winger, which you like that album. Peace of Mind, which you're like, eh. But me and you both had Look What the Cat Dragged In. Does this mean that Sonny is the fairest ranker of all of us? That's where I'm getting at?
No, what I look at here is that I think we're looking at albums. And again, look, one of my all-time favorite albums in the history of albums is Super Unknown. Look at my average ranking there. And that's because it has 15 songs, and 2 of them are half
horrendous.
Right. And that's where the stat thing comes into play. You have these songs that can catapult an album, or a song that is just an anchor around its neck that drags it all the way down. That Bon Jovi album, you're right. There is nothing I would skip on that album, and I would listen to it 100 times out of 100 over Look What the Cat Dragged In. But statistically speaking, Look What the Cat Dragged In has Talk Dirty to Me, and it has Look What the Cat Dragged In, the title track. Those 2 songs are better to me than anything on the Bon Jovi album.
And I can get that, and I can understand where you're coming from. I just looked at it and was like,
oh, it's funny.
Fuck. Tom does not like non-Tom picks. But Sonny, though, if you look at his, you got all the fucking grunge shit on the back. Or, Hotel California. I don't want to say it's that low. It's not in the top, just barely out of maybe the top 10.
Yep.
But, he's got Super Unknown. He's got Jar of Flies. He's got singles up there. I find it interesting.
It's very interesting. And that's why we love stats. It's very interesting to see how it looks when you rank it as a whole. And then when you pull it apart and do the numbers with the individual tracks.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the comments now, Tom?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's see.
I know you have to scroll up a little, probably.
Yep. So Max Lynch talking about the one spit mechanical resonance thing. So he comments again. So for me, Rock Me and Save Your Love, those 2 songs are probably to me better than anything off of Mechanical Resonance, with the exception of maybe Modern Day Cowboy. But Mechanical Resonance, I enjoy that album more than Once Bitten. That's where the stat thing comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Fritz von Bufu, you need to do a country album, maybe Waylon Jennings or Dwight Yoakam.
You want to see how many? I could go fucking 2 rows worth of Dwight Yoakam albums back
I would do a Waylon Jennings album. Country album, I'd rather Zeus pick another Eagles album. Oh, God, there's Michael Murphy jumping in. Brian Stone, George Jones, if you're doing country.
Oh, I've got about 3 rows of George Jones albums back there.
Philippe Melander, I think he's referring to Peace of Mind. He says, I call it piece of shit. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. Come on. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Sonny, thoughts on some of where the difference between like the stat ranking and like the album ranking, like how that affects everything?
Yeah, I'm I just kind of rank as I go. I'm usually pretty close on how I kind of think about it. There's not an album really that we've listened to or reviewed that I absolutely hated every song. Right. So
me neither.
That's why it doesn't really end up at the super bottom to me.
Yep.
The problem, a part of it's grunge problem. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to say that out loud. The other problem is Load and Super Unknown are too fucking long. Right. If that was Dirt and Bad Motorfinger, I think those numbers look different.
Good point. Good point.
So
hold on a second there. If I can remember correctly, Dirt has 13 songs on it, fuckhead.
Fuckhead.
Okay. I'm a fuckhead. I like Dirt better, though.
Yeah, but you get my point.
Yeah.
By the way, Max Lynch.
Without the fuckhead.
By the way, Max Lynch, I absolutely love Getting Better in Little Susie. Mechanical Resonance is my number 1 ranked album. It's my number 1 ranked album out of this. So,
yeah, I mean that stuff is it's interesting, Sonny. But I want to hear your negativity, because what works for me of all this shit is when I hear you or Tom like something that I didn't expect you to like. So if I hear you pick out a song on singles, all of a sudden you really like Nearly Lost You. It's worth me listening to Babylon for 2.5 hours shitting on the album to hear you that one good thing that you like about it. Yep. I don't care about the negativity. I mean, we dwell in it. That's all we do is shit on each other's opinions anyway. So
you're right. I think out of all these albums, I mean, look, we had fun with the Poison album. Okay,
I still listen to it. I have a problem with it.
There's a couple.
I like it.
There's a couple songs on there that I like, but the majority of the album is, look, something's got to be the worst. But everything else, like I said, I have this 20 album playlist on shuffle. Every song. Exactly. There are certain songs that I skip right away. Certain songs where I'm like, you know what? I haven't heard that one in a while. Let me give it another shot. And then I'm like, nah, it still sucks. And I'll skip it anyways. But no, I mean, that's why we love this. And you know, I think we've been pretty good with our group picks. Our group picks are ones that we came up with the group pick idea because we're like, let's not take, because I was going to pick Mechanical Resonance like way off. And we're like, no, we all like that. Don't use that. Don't waste that as an individual pick. And I think now as time passes, because we've been doing this for so long, I think our individual picks might start to get a little bit more individual. Like Sonny with Hailstorm, Zeus with Hotel California, mine with my next pick.
Yeah. Sonny, can you do me a favor and go to the left and scroll down? Is this on albums?
So go to the left.
Yeah.
And scroll down.
Scroll up now.
Down there.
All the way up. Yeah, stop right there. Go down. Those are how we rank them when we pick our albums.
Oh, yeah.
So the group pick on average, and that's not by song selection. The group pick, we ranked it as like number 5, the average group pick.
Yep.
Tom's is 11.2. Mine is 11.73. Sonny's 13.86. Sonny takes a beating because I killed.
Because it's always 2 against 1.
Yeah, because I killed his Look What the Cat Dragged In and Winger. And because me and Tom don't rank the grunge thing so low, that's the difference.
Right.
And that's it. Then you go to the bottom part, those 4 is from the song rankings for how we rank the albums.
Yep.
It's still kind of the same.
Yep.
But there's a little bit of more of a difference between Sonny and the rest of us. And I will say, Sonny, it's only because of the grunge shit. You don't rank those high enough. That's it. And then you take a beating from me from Look What the Cat Dragged In and a Winger.
Yep. Yeah. Max Lynch wants to know when I'm doing a Steely Dan pick. Look,
never.
Max, I love, there are certain things that I'm not going to venture out into the world yet. And it's one thing to pick an album or a genre, but to pick something completely off the radar like that I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing Steely Dan.
I tell him to do it. My favorite album reviews are the ones that I don't own the albums. I've heard The Trooper, I've heard Flight of Icarus, but I didn't own Peace of Mind.
But it's
and
still,
I love reviewing that. I didn't own I didn't know one song off a Load. I don't listen to Metallica.
But it's still Iron Maiden and Metallica. It's not Steely Dan.
Why? Why not? I don't mind listening to it.
Maybe.
So Jeremy, I want to do that.
By the way, Jeremy Harper said Winger's version of Purple Haze gives me the shits.
Wait till you hear about our next group pick.
Oh, stop it. The Troll Meister is out in effect.
Okay, Brian Stone said, time for some Rush, Tom. Believe me.
Oh, my God.
Rush.
No.
I will tell you right now, Steely Dan, I doubt it. Rush will happen.
Oh, my God.
I will tell you, that'll be tough. Because the easy thing to do is me and Sonny to tag team Tom on it and just be like, oh this is awful.
And that's fine. I
don't want to. I want to be able to put it on, Tom, and say to you, holy shit, I actually like this.
But you won't be able to because it's not true.
Jack says, Tom says no to Steely Dan, but we'll pick Rush. The reason I would do that is because Rush is still a rock band that has a more beloved fan base, where if I pick Steely Dan, half the people are going to be like, what is this? Now, Steely Dan.
Who cares what they say?
No. But I'm just saying. Oh, Philippe Milano wants to know if somebody will pick ZZ
Sorry.
Top. How about ZZ Top Eliminator?
Let's get some more synth in here. Who cares? Pick what you want.
I'm going to.
The point is, I want to learn this shit. The only time I'll listen to it is if you pick it. I might be surprised. And I don't care if Steely Dan is more considered classic rock. Fuck them. I took the Eagles.
Steely Dan?
What's his fucking Merce twin over there?
Steely Dan?
He can eat a dick if he doesn't like it. I don't give a shit. Pick what you want, man.
Steely Dan is barely classic rock.
I was going to say Steely Dan is classic rock?
Isn't it? What else would you call it?
Hell no.
The hits that they have are, but they're
I would consider them a classic rock band.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't listened to enough Steely. That's a soft rock jazz band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They get played on classic rock.
Yes, but they play
with the Eagles and other bands of that era.
But they play like Reeling in the Years, Ricky Don't Lose That Number. That's not Steely Dan.
Reeling in the Years. And here's why my point is, I want you to pick Steely Dan. I actually really like Reeling in the Years. I don't know any Rush song that I like. So I'm having more of a thing that I think I'll like a Steely Dan album than Rush.
Wait, there's a Ricky, Don't You Lose That Number? Wasn't there a Billy, Don't You Lose That Number?
Yeah.
Everybody loses a number.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
By the way, Zeus, Graham Richley wants you to pick Footloose and Francie. There it is. There it is.
Absolutely. It's coming up.
Stephen Wood.
Absolutely.
Stephen Wood asking for the Doors. I would do a Doors album.
Absolutely on the Doors, too.
Now, you know what the thing is here is that, look, I know our schedules. We do Shout It Out Loudcast that comes out every week. I would, if we had the time in our lives to do more album review crew episodes more than once a month, we'd be plowing through all these albums that we want to do. Believe me, Gerald Rosenberg wants us to do the Jerky Boys Volume 2 album for an album review crew.
No, I was thinking
Sparky
Dice.
the Clown.
Let's do Dice the Day the Laughter Died.
Oh, that was awful. I had that in high school. I remember playing it. I'm waiting for the jokes. All he does is fight with the crowd.
They're like dry jokes. Some of that stuff's really funny, actually.
He's not fun. Dice sucks. Stop.
Oh, come on. That shit's hilarious. The old stuff he did, that shit's hilarious.
We're not letting Jericho pick an album because it'll be fucking Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not. By the way, we're not letting. Let's answer the question here that people are asking. No one is picking an album other than the three of us.
Yeah.
Brian Stone brings up a good question here. We have done 20 albums. We have not done Motley Crue.
There's
I don't
a reason.
believe. Yeah, but wait a minute. I don't believe in shooting your load off in the first 20 albums. Fucking spread it out. Have some great albums left to do. We don't have to hit them all.
No, I know.
Something interesting. Like, of course we're going to do Motley Crue. We'll do probably a couple Motley Crue albums. And there's like the first 5 or 6 we could do. But, like, we want to spread it around, change it up. We want to do, I want Sonny to pick something that I don't listen to. And Tom, the same thing. I'd rather them get daring. And then we do have the popular ones when we do the group picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't doing Feel Good. I could tell you that right now. If I was going to pick a Motley album, Feel Good would not be it.
No.
Oh, my God. I think I would pick that first.
No.
Maybe I'll just pick it for myself for us to do it.
Pick it. So, fuck up the rotation.
Yeah. So Terror in Tinseltown can go down.
Gerald, you're on to something there. That's where I would go.
Nope.
What?
If we're doing Motley Crue, I'll just it's.
I don't even have that album.
It's Too Fast for Love or Shout at the Devil. That's it.
No,
actually, I like Theater of Pain. I'm on record.
We're not doing Theater of Pain.
Oh, if I pick it, we are.
No.
If I pick it,
but like I think fucking Dr. Feelgood should be the album, but that's okay.
I will cock block your Motley Crue pick by taking Theater of Pain.
So the other thing, guys, is, and this is something that we toss around between each other, besides each other off. We always say, can we do a duplicate from an album or an artist before we get to everybody? Like, meaning, like, can we do another Ozzy album?
Sure.
Can we do another Poison album?
Yeah, we've just chosen not to the way the rotate because we each have.
I set that up for you, Tom.
Yeah, Poison album.
Oh,
good
Poison.
Lord.
Sorry, God. I will take that episode off. I will vacation.
We can do Tough. It's on sale today for $15.99.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're gonna do Vain, No Respect.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
No, we're not doing that shit. Somebody said Max Lynch Dio debut, best album cover.
I know. I'm waiting for you. That's why we haven't done duplicate bands, because we only
there's so many.
We do this once a month, and I have a list of about 8 or 9 albums that I want to get to personally before I even think about doing another Metallica or another Alice in Chains. So
and that's the thing. So if we go by this rotation, guys, you have to understand something.
Yeah.
We each get roughly 3 fucking albums a year.
A year. Yeah,
exactly. A year each.
Yep.
So you get to a point you're like, I want to do this album, but then again, maybe somebody else will pick it because we don't share the album with each other. No. And then you're like, but if I don't pick this one, I'm going to have to wait till next year to talk about it. Yep. So then you're like, all right, let me get it in there. Let me get it in. You want to change things up and do something different. You don't want the same stuff. So that's what happens. It's a little tough.
Here's one that's shocking, and I'm sure we'll eventually get to it. Jeremy Hopper says STP Purple. Can't believe that hasn't
started. Don't get me started.
Can't believe that hasn't been picked.
Oh, maybe my favorite grunge album of all time.
I know.
And then someone wrote Cinderella Night Songs. We didn't do that, or Long Cold Winter yet.
Yep, exactly.
Throw some album out there if you guys are interested.
Jack says, has anyone picked an album that you had in mind or was going to be your next pick? Meaning, has anybody? Oh, meaning I was
going to take that. Yeah.
Well, Zeus kind of messed us up because we were talking about doing Out of the Cellar, and then we picked that shitbag Detonator instead.
I picked it.
And
because I think Out of the Cellar is the lazy pick. That's all. We talked about it. We'll get to it. I'm sure we will. And besides, it worked out better for us. We ended up on Jericho's show talking about it there, right?
Yeah.
So I think it worked out.
Well, they could also say the same thing about Sonny fucking up the Van Halen rotation by picking OU812. and then I fucked up the Metallica rotation by picking Load, some people think. But, that's what we did.
One other thing, I want to go through some stats here with you guys. This is, I'm not going to say the numbers. This is how our album review episode downloads have gone. Okay? Now, we also had the album review. We decided not to make this an episode. We just do it as a live stream. So that was our worst. That was 21. Number 20, Hailstorm. Then Bon Jovi debut. And just a couple over that is Super Unknown. Then Odyssey. Then Load. Then Winger. Then Detonator. Then Peace of Mind. Then Mechanical Resonance. Then Jar of Flies. Remember, we're talking about most downloaded episodes of ours from the album review crew. Now, I think we might be top 10, but I'm not listing these. They're not in order, but I can't see the number next to it saying what number this is. But then it's Once Bitten. Then Singles, the soundtrack. Then Slide It In. Then our first episode, Appetite for Destruction. Then Blizzard of Oz. Now we're in the top 5. Pyromania comes in at 5. Highway to Hell comes in at number 4. And only our last episode, Hotel California, is at number 3. And that was last month. And the most shocking of all of these is our number 2, which held the number 1 spot probably for all but 3 months, OU812. And that was for a while, by far, the number 1 album. And then out of nowhere, and I think this is basically because of the guest we had on, Jericho, and that is by far the number 1. That is Poison's Look What the Cat Dragged In.
So if you take the Jericho factor out, the rest of those albums, it's like classic legendary bands and classic albums. And then as you get near the bottom, it's more newer or kind of off the beaten path, like grunge or not maybe classic iconic albums, which makes sense.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is now most of our at least the people that interact with us on social media in emails and stuff, the emails I won't count because we get a lot of people that email us that don't get involved in social media. But I would say our bread and butter are what's called hard rock, glam, hair metal fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're not as much, thrash metal. They're not classic rock. They're not into grunge, most of them.
Right.
So the grunge ones are really specific, And then, I'm shocked at how much Hotel California is doing because I didn't think we had an audience for that.
Me neither.
But
me neither.
But then again, like the pod has been growing so much in the last few months or so, even more so than ever before. So I think that's probably helped it out too.
Chris Vickery, hey guys, what's up? He's here. Nice. Hey, Chris. A lot of people throwing out albums. People want people. Fritz von Bufu says, "Did Zeus cold cut a fart? Smells like Lipton onion soup in here."
Wow.
Cold cuts.
Wow.
Yeah, if that's not a Sonny Pooni burner account, probably run by his buddy, the guy whose shirt I'm wearing. I'm taking this shirt off. Fuck him.
Go ahead.
Restraint blows.
People are asking for a Prince album. People are asking for Prince.
Yeah, so that's something that I'd find interesting, Sonny, if you took Prince. And maybe not just 1999 or fucking Purple Rain. I don't know. Make something interesting. I think that'd be fun.
Interesting would become or like the Rainbow Children or something crazy.
Yeah,
that's getting out there though.
Yeah, that's getting
out you there. Have to like it, not just to be like, hey, listen to
like all Prince.
Listen to this shit album.
No. Yeah. There's not very much Prince I don't like.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yep. Hey, who knows? I'm waiting for you never know. I might be throwing in some Public Enemy's Beastie Boys. Who knows? I'm telling you.
So that's the other thing. I'd love to hear from you guys. Yep. What if we did throw in NWA Straight Outta Compton?
I think an album like that would get incredible reviews.
What do you think about Black Sheep, Tom? That's your band, isn't it?
Tribe Called Quest. I'd do all that shit. Absolutely.
Beastie Boys.
I told you I have a long list on my radar here. The next album we do is a group pick. We're not going to tell you what it is.
Oh,
we dropped these.
Sitting right here.
Sonny's going to pretend he doesn't like it, even though it's a group pick, which means we all agree that we all love it. So he's going to pretend.
We agreed we'd do it. I don't think we agreed we loved it.
Oh, stop it. You're trolling again. You and fucking...
I have my original right here. If somebody wants to buy it for a quarter right now.
You know what's going to happen? Watch this next group pick be Sonny's #1 overall album when we do the rankings. Yeah. And then I got my personal pick after that. And
that's your personal private pick.
Personal,
yeah,
exactly. Brian Krusell says the Prince Batman album. That's a fucking awesome album.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's a great album.
Fucking instrumental, the whole thing, probably.
So no, what? It's not. It's about 50.
Okay, how many of the songs? There's probably 10 songs on that. How many of them are instrumental?
It's probably 50-50.
Yeah.
It depends on what you call an instrumental.
Okay, take those 5 instrumentals and throw them at the bottom of the list. Is that going to be fun?
Then Fritz, see, this is definitely a burner account. He said, Fritz says, I'm waiting for Sonny's opinion before I form my own on anything.
Yeah, it's funny how Steve Wright vanished too. When Fritz came up. Right?
Jack Pinocchio says, another soundtrack review. Jack, stand by. I have a handful of soundtracks on my coming soon list.
You know what needs to happen? The Last Action Hero needs to be done.
Yeah.
Because we can do Arnold impressions throughout the whole episode.
We should do Iron Man 2. Isn't that all AC/DC?
Yes. By the way, Zeus, God damn you for throwing that out there because that was going to be one of my secret picks because that soundtrack is fucking awesome.
Oh, it's insane. Yep. No, it doesn't mean it was going to happen anytime soon.
We could do the Big Chill soundtrack.
Oh, I got that back there.
Gerald Rosenberg just friggin' nailed one with Judgment Night. Judgment Night is insane.
What is that?
It's the soundtrack where every song is a collaboration between a metal band and a hip hop band.
Oh,
it's fucking awesome. Awesome. Chris Vickery says, I figured Sonny would want to do a country album after his trip to Nashville.
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
The country that I like, nobody says is like country.
Yeah.
Like what?
Restless Heart.
What's that?
Right? Is that country to you?
Isn't that the one that sings "When She Cries"?
Is it Restless Heart? Wait,
yeah,
who is Lone Star? Is that country to you? Yeah. So I like it's crossover country, basically, is what it is.
Yeah. So we could do 70s, 60s. We can do Waylon, Willie, fucking Johnny Cash, San Quentin. We can do fucking.
I would do a Johnny Cash album.
Tammy Wynette.
No.
So we can talk about our hot ass in the 70s.
Maybe we could do that, yeah.
George Jones. We can do Dwight Yoakam coming up.
Pussycat Dolls.
Alan Jackson. You can do Pussycat Dolls.
Hey, come on, Pussycat.
I say we do an NSYNC album and drop the mic.
Okay, fine. If you're doing that, then get ready for the Britney album.
What the fuck are we doing?
It's coming.
Yeah.
By the way, Jack Pinocchio wants to know if we're still seeing Kiss. Yes, we're going to see them Wednesday.
You're scheduled to.
David Allen Cole.
Oh, jeez.
We're not doing racist. I'm sorry.
Ooh, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Hell yeah.
No.
What?
Saturday Night
They're the
Fever.
fucking
Come
Bee
on.
Gees?
No.
Come on.
No, because I know what happens if you do that.
What happens?
Hey, Zeus, can we have Murph come on? No. Not having Murph come on to fucking blow his load.
We're basically canceling all albums that Murph's likes, so we don't have to invite Murph.
Murph has a hard on since I've known him for that album, so we can't literally do it without Murph.
Yeah, right. You can't.
Yeah,
I'm still recovering from when we were doing the Kiss Clues. He goes, yeah, that's from White Nights. I'm like, how the hell do you know?
Oh yeah,
the Baryshnikov fucking movie.
He's chock full of really weird random trivia. So
yeah. Someone put Grease 2.
And then Brian Stone says the White Knight soundtrack. To have Murph on for that.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. There's some good 90s kind of. What was the other one there? You had the Reality Bites. Had like grunge alternative shit.
Empire Records, remember that?
Oh, I listen to that all the time. That's on my mix. Empire Records.
Yep.
Oh, that Crow soundtrack actually is pretty good.
I have the Crow
soundtrack. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mammoth canceled today.
Yeah, I saw that. They're canceling more shows. Yep.
So we're wondering whether Wednesday our concert's going to happen.
Oh, it will. That would have been canceled by now.
You think?
Yeah. It would have been.
I don't know.
If today it's Saturday night right now. If they wait until, I mean, that I don't know. I would be shocked.
Max Lynch wants the Harper Valley PTA soundtrack. Whoever that lady is, I forget her name, was a fucking smoke show in the 70s.
Okay, Righty just suggested the Teacher's soundtrack.
That's a good soundtrack.
A random movie and a random soundtrack. It's good. Oh, Gerald Rosenberg, Natural Born Killers. That's great.
Yep. Empire Records just got brought up, Tom.
Yep.
No, we're not doing anything with Detroit Rock City after the fucking director banned us from talking about his movie again.
Yeah, until he retweeted us yesterday. He must have forgot who we were. Because with the first time we tagged him in it and he flipped out, and then yesterday Friday when we did the tweet about the anniversary of the album, he retweeted us. I'm like, what?
I thought we were you three dickheads. I don't know, fucking assholes. I don't think Murph has ever been called a fucking asshole. His whole life.
That's what happens when he enters the world of Shout It Out Loudcast. Be prepared to be called names.
Oh, wow. Harper Valley PTA was Barbara Eden? Jeannie was Harper Valley PTA?
She played the TV movie. The lady that sings the song was a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was who wrote that song? A big country famous writer wrote that.
Jeannie Riley?
Yeah, Jeannie Riley. That's her name. And I think Tom T. Hall wrote that song. He wrote tons of big country songs. He wrote that. And they made it into like a TV movie or something with that.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. what's her name, does a great version of that song. There's a lot of great covers of that song, but that's another point. Bridget Fonda exercise video song.
I make you look like man too. This is how you do.
Oh, no. Come on. Smoking. But that'll be after our Godfather
my
podcast,
God.
Tom.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
You can act like a man.
That's coming up. So
I finally saw Spinal Tap the other day.
Meh. Yeah. Meh. I agree.
Yes, it was the first time I ever saw Spinal Tap.
Yep.
Been waiting all this time. Got it on DVD, put it in. I'm like, what's all the hubbub? Whatever.
That's a movie that's very of its era. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of that shit now is we've heard it or seen it. So it's like, it's kind of like it falls flat now. So,
yeah, exactly.
I'm not a So, all right. Well, anything else you want to do? Go over? Or are we all set, guys?
No, this has been a good time. I love the interaction. It makes these discussions that much better. And everybody who's been commenting, watching, and getting involved, we love you guys. It makes this whole thing that much more fun, and that's why we like to do these live streams every once in a while. The summer's been busy for us, but hopefully as it winds down, we can kind of do a little bit more of these with different people, different topics. But thank you guys so much for being a part of it.
Yeah, always a good time, and I can talk music all night. You kidding me? Yeah. Especially rankings and stuff. I love the ranking stuff. I know Tommy sometimes has a tough time with it, but what I do is I have this list, and I think Zeus does the same thing, is as we're listening to the new album that we're going to do, I've already ranked it into this. So I'm doing it live, kind of, instead of waiting for the next 10 albums.
I do the exact opposite. I do it all at once.
But that's why your list,
it
becomes like, oh shit, it doesn't match up with where you're at. But if you're doing it as you're listening to them, it does. That's why you have Once Bitten #1 by far versus where you would have the other way you have it ranked when you do the album.
No. My album, my this overall list, these songs are all in order based on the individual albums.
No, Tom. What I'm saying to you is when you have Once Bitten ranked #7, and then when you have to do all these songs at the same time, you just rank 12 albums, 10 albums. Also now Once Bitten jumps everything. Or Bon Jovi out of nowhere jumps to by far down the bottom. It's because sometimes you're not listening to it as you're listening to it, and you're just fucking throwing sometimes in it. It gets tedious. I can only imagine doing 120 songs at the same time.
I don't want to rank them right after we listen because I don't want that recency bias. I wait. That's why I wait.
All right. No, that's fine. Yeah. Everyone can do it their own fucking way. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tom, thank you. Sonny, thank you. All you listeners out here and people that got involved, we love it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And stay tuned. We should have an album review crew episode dropping soon.
Absolutely.
And please keep giving us the feedback. We love it.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Zeus, awesome. Sonny, thank you guys as always. Guys, thanks for listening and checking in and being part of the show tonight. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right, guys.
Later.
Oh, yeah. Peace out, Girl Scout.